Hello everyone, we have time for another draft today, and we're going to jump into a core set 2021 draft. We're awfully close to 4Xing our rares in this format. Mythics are a little farther off, but I always like hitting 4X. Just the collector in me likes it. I mean, we have enough wild cards that I could go and craft up to 4X right now if we wanted, but I like getting them in draft and packs and stuff and hitting that 4X mark before the set rotation. Nice milestone to hit on our free-to-play account here. And we're going to try and do that today, and we get to do it for 10,000 gold. We get the on-the-house gold buy-in today instead of the gem buy-in. Always like it when we see that as well. If you're looking to buy into some format on tabletop, though, you can't play Modern here on Magic the Gathering Arena, so maybe you need some cards for your Modern deck. I know where you can get them. Card Kingdom. CardKingdom.com is my sponsor. You can find them through my affiliate link in the panels down below, in the notes of my YouTube video, in the chat links right now. If you remember that you're about to buy some cards from Card Kingdom and that you can go to my affiliate link and help me out, it's a nice way to let Card Kingdom know that you watch my stream and you value this content and you value the great service, selection, and quality that you get when you have a Card Kingdom retail experience. Thanks, Card Kingdom. Let's get it going. Couple of tight votes. We decided we were going to draft again, didn't know exactly what. Amonkhet and M21 tied, and then I chose M21, and then best of one, best of three tied. And I gave the nod to best of one because I can't guarantee that we're going to finish this event based on the timeline today. And I want to play in a format that gives me a little more flexibility about which game I can quit my stream after. Another format here where there's both aggro fun police and late game type strategies that also work. And what have we been given to start with? Baron is a nice mana war at a rare mana war. Angelic Ascension can make a big flyer for you. If someone tries to get your creature, you can turn it into an angel. Feat is just super strong. Wildwood Scourge and Invigorating Surge go nicely in the same deck. The double blue on Baron is a little rough. If how are we doing on? Yeah, we have 4 copies of them, so we would grind some gems there. Playable gems. Yeah, let's take the Feat though. Feat is a super powerful card. I like it more. I think it's more important to the white deck than Angelic Ascension. This is the kind of thing you'll play if you can, but Feat is just a monster card in the format. So let's take that. Temple, we probably already have those. Oh, only 2 of 4 temples. If we wanted to build out our collection, we could take the Temple of Mystery there. What I like here, though, following up a Feat is either a Swooper or just a Doggy. Dryad's okay, too. I guess Dryad in the green-white would be fine. You want to go Dryad? Or Doggo is a 2-drop that is in our main color. Pretty weak pack. But green-white is really emerging as a very strong combo. Yeah, it's true, though. It is kind of committing. I'm going to go with Doggy. Keep it low and keep it with our first color. Here I like Chorister or Swift Response on that axis. Goblin Wizardry is strong, but not so much in the white deck. Yeah, I think we go first Chorister over first Swift Response. I agree with that. Chat. I hope we're not mono white because I think you just give up too much value being only one color. Here we could take a hedge towards go wide with Burn Bright. I don't like Valorous Steed all that much. No, I don't know, but I don't like anything else I'm seeing here too much either. I think it's either Steed or a Ogre. Yeah, we can take Rare. How are we doing on We already have those, but we could take gems. For sure, if you are the type of account that is running out of gems often, I would absolutely take Necromentia here over anything in this pack, because I think this is actually worth more gems to your account than any of these cards would be to the final quality of this deck. But we are not in those straits. So I'm going to take the Steed in case we need to run it. I don't like it, though. Don't like it here. Don't like that we're being put to that particular test. Kraken for... I mean, are we going blue? I'd rather just have Magmut, another doggy, and maybe we get there on red white aggro. Not marrying the mutt. We're pretty clearly white, but red was the best card there. Mauler in the green-white deck is fine, but probably training over Mauler. Do you like training over Mauler for a first green card? You want the 1/3? I don't like doing it until we know like that's really what we need for the deck. I'm going to take first training. Bronte, pretty signally to find that here. I like the Hobble Fiend as well, but we're going to grab Brontodon, pretty windmill slammy. Pick 7. Okay. So given that windmill slam there, I like the Magmut less, although it's the best card in the pack. We can just take Truffly. Got to read the table, and if the table's telling us Brontodon is available, pick 7, we are moving into the green. I almost feel like we can even cut the Magmut. I'll hold though. Didn't wheel, wasn't there? Yeah, there was green in the uncommon slot we were hoping might wheel, but it was pretty unrealistic. We can take a Battlements as not worthless, or just one of these two. Let's take Sage over Wall. Jinx says Wall. I think it's one of these two. I think it's close, and I think neither of them are great. I think Battlements is a... This is why I hate letter grades. Can I just tell you the contexts in which Battlements is good and the contexts in which it's not? I mean, that's the thing. I'm going to take Legion's Judgment here over Ogre. Although we take Ogre and maybe end up in red-green if that's what the table is saying. Yeah, I actually think hedging ogre in case red-green is what's wide is where to go here. Titanic Growth. Dino. This is best of one. Not the red rare we want to see. Probably just a Hunter's Edge here as we sort out what our second color is. Nothing really even else attracting my eye, besides like the Magmut. Fierce Empath not doing much for us here. Probably Pride Malkin as the sure playable, as we continue to figure out where this draft has taken us. Haven's okay, but I don't know if we're white, so I'm going to take the card I know I'm going to play. I think Pride Malkin is good enough and 100% played in this deck that we want to take it. Do we have Replicator work? Not really. We're at Singletons. Not that you can't get more, but I don't like taking it here. I just like another Pride Malkin over Magmut. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Let me get that done. Easy Visionary. Really, we're just heavy green and trying to see what's coming our way. Heck, we could pivot to black or blue from here. Dragonfire says, strongly consider the red there, Ryan. Barry's Acolyte says, Basari's, Barry's Acolyte. I watched too much Barry, I guess. What do you think? Where are we at? Hodge says, white. Anybody on Dragonfire plan? We have much fewer red cards. We have pretty decent white in Feet, Doggy, and Chorister. I'm leaning white as well. Let's take it. I'm going to hedge on a replicator, but put it in the sideboard right now. I think we're not hyper aggro, but too aggro for Sanctum. Maybe a track down for whatever's, or a secure for, hey, at least it removes it for good. Oh, they're on the list. It's just, this is pretty clunky. I think we're really trying to be white here. I'm not into the rattle given our last pick. I think I just take first secure, despite it not being incredible. There's Palladium for the ramps, but Charger or Swooper makes the most sense to me here. Don't have a lot of twos yet. Probably need to take Charger over Swooper. I like the Swooper, but we need to charge. Yeah, Swooper was my instinct as well, but not after I saw our curve. Run afoul. Not really ever going to make it. Singer is quite late. I'm just going to take gems here. Oh, by the way, here, I got to bring this up. Scanner or set up possible splash. Which one do you want to see for meme machine there, King? Titanic growth to continue the aggro train, or again a potential splash. Would splash like a rousing read, maybe. I don't think we need a second Titanic growth. I'll at least keep the hedge alive, keep the splash potential alive. Glide Master. Yeah, I don't plan to splash, but I don't plan to play a second Titanic growth if I can help it. I like Village Rites. Doesn't really matter, though. None of this matters. I don't mind playing it, Con Mage, but we have another pack to go, and now I guess we're controlling enough to go for the Ugin. We have, we already have 4 of those. Yeah, we don't really need this for collection building, so let's pass it. This makes me want more of these visionaries, and certainly if we can find that mirror, we do that.
Accept a lesser world, and you will grow lost to history.
Sanctum does accelerate out Ugin, but another doggy helps us survive until we get there a little bit more naturally on our own. And I do think we're, again, low enough on 2s that I think I want to do that. Doggo and praying for visionaries. Yes, this is what we want. Even this wouldn't be bad given that we're trying to ramp to Ugin, but I want to do it via visionary. Might find Meteorite on the wheel, or the Sanctum on the wheel. Harbinger is excellent. We got a Hunter's Edge and a Scourge that we would like both of these in our deck, but Harbinger is too much of a threat. Anybody taking Edge over Harbinger? Drop Harbinger, put Pride Malkin counter on it. It's real good. I think the double kitties make me want the Harbinger. We can take a Blossoming Sands, or we can take a Mythic for some collection building, or just a kitty. You want to track down over the cat? Track down doesn't find us Ugin. Oh no, it does, because it's a scry. We can just leave it down one. I was thinking of the adventure. I'm going to take the Mauler. I think we can wheel that track down anyway. Snare Spinner over gems here. Only because this is a gem independent account. If I needed gems in general, I would be taking the 9 lives here. Best of 1, we could make an argument for Mutt. No, King Squid, I won't. I have sometimes. In the days when I was aggressively rare drafting, I did hit mythics as well, but I don't bother aggressively rare drafting these days, is the problem. Yeah, it's a good point. That green-white land would have been nice. I don't think we're playing any of this. We're not playing the Vine. I'll gack a shock. I don't even know why. I should probably just take Vault Progress. Uprising. Do we have enough 4 power for that? Probably not where we want to be. But what else are we taking? I guess I'll take the Uprising. We'll think about it. This came back around. Maybe that can help with our color greed. It does help us get to Ugin, so... I don't think we're playing the Replicator. Off of 2 Visionaries, 2 Pride Malkins, and I guess we have a lot of doubles. I still don't love the Replicator, though. Anybody what's your threshold for running a Replicator? I don't think 4 doubles makes it for me. $80 on the grind. Should make a note of that. Here, while I update my spreadsheet, I want to share an image with you. This was from playing in. I opened my 3rd account. I mean, I logged on to my 3rd account yesterday and drafted, did a test draft on bots. So this is from a bot draft, and was playing down in bronze. And the theme of this screenshot is, sometimes they get you in bronze. Here, look at this. Here, I gotta... Kept up the feet. Didn't matter. They got run afoul. Anyway, I want to get my data updated while you're laughing at me from yesterday. Right. That was indeed best of 1, where they were running run afoul along with the sniper. Okay. 3 cuts over here. Don't love the Sanctum, but I think we love Ugin enough to run it. It's like the only thing this Sanctum does really is get Ugin out. which kind of makes it a 2-for-1 against. It turns Ugin into a 2-for-1 for Oppo in some sense, but it's worth it, right? What do we not like? Any obvious stuff that needs to go? I think we can cut the steed. I think I want maybe like the sage. I don't want to cut all the 5-drops. We are trying to make it out to Ugin, and sage is decent. Yeah, Diplo can go. I mean, we could just cut the Sanctum. It is kind of a rough inclusion. It's not really doing all that much. Except for, like, I'd rather have the Sky Scanner drawing an extra card. Sanctum is literally just trying to get us Ugin a turn sooner. And I don't think that's quite good enough. I think we just accept 17 lands and 2 Visionaries and a Sky Scanner to help with card flow. Yeah, if we're that desperate, we could run 18 lands, right? I think this is fine. I saw Spirit Dragon and Sky Scanner, and that makes me want to say Spirit in the Sky. Hey, Ollie, just in time if what you want to see is some M21 gameplay. Maybe, I was going to adjust the lands, but I want to get on with it. Oh, King Squid, you had a redemption. Did you just mean treasure? You want the profit meme? Maybe you were talking profit meme. I can run that for you. Hold on. Let me get your record adjusted. Well, we can keep this 1 land, and we have our Mana Dork on 3. And here's that meme. Which one was it? It was profit, right? Hopefully a prediction. Nice. Got our 3rd land, and it's our 2nd color. Ogre can threaten some damage here, but we're going to get Visionary going. I like playing our Ramper on curve, even though we don't intend to block with it, and Acolyte will help us get back in it. I think Ugin is runnable when you're base green like we were and picked up the elves. I think it like if we didn't have the 2 Visionaries, Jinx, I'd be with you that maybe Ugin is a little greedy. Oh man, so Turret Ogre, like we can edge this Ogre, but it doesn't actually stop the Furious Rise from working. We can, I still think we should edge here. We can edge the Snare Spinner, get in for 4, and then be able to Acolyte and stuff after that. And then we have Titanic Growth, potentially. Like, if we draw a land, next turn we have something like Pride Malkin, hold up Titanic Growth. So let's go ahead and edge now. All right, found the land. Gonna just at least show. You want to go snout acolyte? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Though we could go snout Pride Malkin to use all of our mana that way. And if we swing, well, if we swing both, like, because what we can do is we can Pride Malkin the spinner and then hold the visionary, and then we have Titanic Growth, or they just take. They probably just take anyway. But that's the thing. If we swing, I don't think they're gonna bite. But I'm going to see if they bite. I'm gonna go with my plan. We're gonna go Pride Malkin, swing with growth up, and I'm gonna do it like this. If I'm Oppo, I'm just not blocking. It's so clear we have a trick, but maybe they feel like they can't take it. Titanic Growth, in fact, doing work, as someone in chat was calling out as we were considering a second Titanic Growth pick, which, and I think it is pretty good in this format. I just didn't think I wanted two at that point in time. Okay, that's a thing. We can make at least... Let's see, if we make this... Yeah, we can actually Acolyte, and then I suppose they can... Hopefully the Snare Spinner gets large enough that that they don't play a 5 power to kill the Snare Spinner. Don't counter on Spider. Why? Because it can get it already? Yeah, but I'm worried that about how vulnerable it is to ETB 4 power, given that it's the Oppo's theme. So that's my thing in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we can Acolyte and Truffle Snout here. I'm gonna go Acolyte on Visionary, and yeah, I'm gonna do the Snare Spinner on the logic that I presented. Yeah, we gotta keep that in mind. They can't cast it right now. I mean, they can't really block this. There are worlds in which we just have enough go wide here to do it. Next turn, swinging in with everything, something will die and we can Mauler for a 4/4. Cultivate is really nice for us to see here, actually. They are trying to find, you know, they're going to have to go, at this point, Ogre, yeah, there you go. So they get our Visionary, but again, the Snare Spinner gets to live at least. This is all pretty rough for us. And now we are in a weird spot of having to basically suicide in the Malkin and the Acolyte, looking to upgrade a Mauler to a 4/4. And if they take it, that's fine too. So Malkin and Acolyte going in, one of them gets eaten, one of them trades or deals 2, and then Mauler is a 4/4 for us. That works out pretty well. We're gonna go counter over life. We need as much power on the battlefield as we can get. Yeah, maybe I should have sent Spider, although I think they'd just go ahead and eat that. I mean, they would just eat they would eat the Spider if we sent it in at the Terror. I don't know what that gets us except a dead Spider. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm on a different, I'm on my Amonkhet meme page. Hold on. Here we go.
You can be a big thing too.
Man, I am doing my best here, but what are you gonna do? 7. We're not dead. Ugin's gonna bail us out, right? Ugin at 7 loyalty, -6. I'm in. All right. So now, are there attacks for us? We've got. Now they just double eat. We could swing away to get in for like 2, but that doesn't. Oh yeah, sorry. Hellkite's a 7. I was looking at power and toughness. So let's hold. Yeah. Maybe they'll get aggro and send something. Give us a chance. We might find ourselves a spot where Ugin plussing to the face for 3 is enough to get us there. Well, we're just losing to one of the best cards in the format before we can get one of the other best cards of the format online. But we do have a board wipe. It's literally going to wipe everything here if we can find an untapped land. And I think we're all basics, right? So it should just be any land. That's rough. We're going to play it. We're going to hold the Sage and use that as some rebuilding. I have a feeling we're going to lose the Snare Spinner coming up here. But if we draw land off the top, we get to completely wipe the board and start over again. So we do have like the one out to this really rough situation. One time, Magic Gods, give us a basic land on the top, please. Please? We make for fun magic. Fun, good time magic. Oh, that's so sad. So now we gotta go Gnarled Sage, but with Soul Seer, we're dead. Come on, Magic Gods. I cannot believe you didn't give me the land to extend this game. Now, though, we got to go Visionary and then find a land and then play the Sage and just hope that somehow this is enough to survive. Yeah, done for. Ugh. Frustrating. Yeah, that's a bummer. Can't find many wins today. They've been decent games, drafting okay decks to good decks. Another one of those days for us. Pretty happy overall with how I'm playing, given my level. I know I've made plenty of mistakes, but you know, we all have to have it relative to our own personal expectations. Hey, War Furnace. Just a rough results day. Went 1-3 in our first draft, and here we are 0-1 in this one, and never like to see that. But we're also playing at Diamond, so we're just going to lose more often here. Boy, would love to have gone first here for Harbinger on 3 on the play. We'll have to accept Harbinger on 3 on the draw with hopefully a Hunter's Edge, making it a 5-4. Ugin will get to you later, hopefully. Titanic growth, also nice for the Harbinger, although it does not have trample, so it's not like the Titanic growth helps it get through for a big face damage. But they may go for a double block if they don't add something more significant to the board. And that would be good for us. That's our ideal, is that they come up with nothing here that's on its own 3 power, so that they are feeling compelled to double block. And also now we just want to avoid fire, dragon fire. Gadrak. Gadrak will probably be offered for the Harbinger, and the Titanic growth is enough to save it. We can also Hunter's Edge and do that plan. And actually, if we Hunter's Edge, they don't have enough power anyway. Yeah. So let's just edge the Gadrak, make a 5/4 that can't be beaten by these two anyway. We get a free card, or they lose a card. So this is a 2-for-1 no matter what. Well, I suppose not no matter what. They could have come up with something. But with a Pride... I love a Thrashy Bee, of course. We love a Thrashy Bee, but Pride Malkin is correct here given our current Harbinger situation. We get to put another counter on the Harbinger, give it trample, and back it up with a Titanic growth all next turn. Ooh, Pitch Burn is decent. If they go for a single block, though, we get a 6/5. They try to put their Pitch Burn Devils on it to 1-for-1. We Titanic growth to both get the trigger and survive the Devils. If they go for a multi-block, that's probably better for them, but we still get to Titanic growth for a 2-for... we still get 2-for-1s out of that, so still gonna make him have it, make him do it. Make them target the Harbinger, though. Oh, that's true. They can. That's true. We still get the trample. We don't get as many because the Harbinger looks at the total amount of damage. So no, they will absolutely try to kill the Harbinger. They would be nuts not to. So we're gonna let them. Basically, we can get some more damage in, or we can save the Pride Malkin. But the Pride Malkin gives our Harbinger trample, so I'm gonna save the Pride Malkin. Yeah, we get to search 6 instead. We get to search like 7 instead of 3, but this is really good for us. We're still probably going to find a creature here. Look at that. No problem. What do we want? Look at that. I guess Llanowar Visionary gets us to Ugin faster. Otherwise, I would take the Chorister. Drowsy Tea is one that we did not end up with. Would have been a nice addition to our deck, but we never found one. All right. Looking like Harbinger is finally going to be successfully traded for, but we're still going to offer it. Harbinger's done a ton of work, and finishing up, wow, on a 2-for-1 here is going to also be fine. I suppose I can Visionary first, though. I don't know what we might have. That might save it. Oh, feat of resistance, for example. No feat, though. Yeah, I'm still going to ascend Harbinger. This is a fine 2-for-1 here if they want to throw any couple in the way. They're like 1.5 for 1 if they use the Visionary, but then maybe they feel like they need their mana. And this is fine. We even if we have a creature off the top, we even get to draw still. Okay, they're going to put all of it on. No, rethinking. That's the correct block, right? All right, so it ended up being a 1-for-1. Good block from Oppo, but I still like just pushing our Harbinger advantage into the ground. And then now we can watch Doggy. I'm kind of at the point, like our goal with Ugin here is to just start bolting face. Norbert maybe like being a little more patient so that post like we could maybe Ugin in a way that leaves us with the Harbinger, but I just feel like that was a fine trade. It means Ugin's gonna be well protected, and we're gonna sit behind Ugin when we get there and just bolt face until they're dead. Six mana. If we find a land, we can Maul and Visionary potentially. And given that, do we want to send something to its demise just to get a Mauler down? Probably not. Let's just see about Visionary. Feat. Feat is nice. That gives us somewhat of a reason to potentially attack. But I think we just hold. We are really just trying to work the Ugin plan now. We've got Ugin next turn. Like, I want to hold our non... Like, we might minus... There's worlds in which we minus Ugin, so... I like keeping that possibility as well. That's interesting. There's a lot of mana out here. They actually have 3 additional mana for whatever this card is. But we could block Dog and Spinner and ostensibly trade for that. And if they do something crazy, we can use the feat if we want. I like offering a Doggy for that. I don't know. We're at 20, maybe it doesn't matter. But I like drawing out what they might be up to with Ugin in the wings. Like, go ahead and use whatever you got. And if we lose a Dog or a Spinner here, no big deal, right? Pitchburn Devils is interesting because it means Ugin's not really safe at 7 loyalty. If we minus 5, Pitchburn Devils dies, but takes out Ugin with it. So there's that consideration as well here. Which is why I just kind of like staying back on D. Oh, it's Exile. Thanks, Jinx. I didn't read my Mythic. Okay, that's interesting. Then maybe we do just play Ugin and minus? Yeah, the mirror remains. Yeah, all right. We'll start throwing bolts. So, do you like bolting face, or do you like... And we can even start on the Devils. Yeah, we can kill the mirror, and then that sets up the minus, right? All right, let's kill the mirror and set up the minus.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
Hide out here for a second. feet only works on creatures, though, and I don't want him to go at Ugin. This is a pretty clean chump situation. And Oppo seems to know it. We're gonna go here, here, and here. And Ugin takes one.
Disposition is noted.
Let Ugin go to one, bolt face, and win. Ah, that seems too easy, Hat. Hat wants to win the easy way. I'm like, I don't know. Let's attack. Let's see. Do we want mana? 5, 6, 7. Do we want 8 mana or an attack? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we do kind of want 8 mana. So I'm gonna use, because then we have feet up. So I'm gonna do that. Five mana gets the Devils. Mauler will not be large, but still get to play. Not bad for Oppo. At least it's a blocker plus a card. But probably has to be pretty good for them not to scoop. I don't know. I don't know what they've got in their deck, but we're gonna plus Ugin to kill the Visionary and get in.
My flames burn beyond.
Looks good for us. Let's see if Oppo can muster anything scary. Scourge is reasonably scary, but not scary enough. Secure is actually going to handle that and maybe not give us the immediate win, but close. Maybe we can combine Secure plus Feet for the win. Thing is, the Secure is going to leave a counter behind. Or maybe... No, maybe we just Feet and Bolt win. Never mind. Yeah, we got it. Feet is a win. I got there. I got there. Shut up. I got there. No, don't shut up. Please continue to save me from myself. Actually, we get it in multiple ways here. Basically, we give the Mauler pro green, and then Scourge can't block it, and then Ugin finishes off. Ugin's a powerful magic card, it turns out. Should be for 8 mana. All right, let's play at least one more. We'll see how long it takes. Another place where we're on the draw when the play would be quite nice, assuming a third land, but we'll keep this anyway. Obviously, would like to find a forest and get Harbinger going ASAP with Pride Malkin. Not quite what we want to be seeing here, but we still have a chance at a forest off the top. Come on, forest off the top. I don't like waiting on Daybreak Charger for, you know, value when it's your only 2-drop. You just got to play your 3-1. At least it attacks through a Portcullis Vine. And I'll even ask if they want to trade the Visionary. Generally, you're happy to... hey, we found our forest. That's the best draw. That was our stack the deck draw, so that's great. But let's offer the Charger, see if they want to trade. I bet they're just taking 3 here. And now we get Harbinger, and we start asking them a nice question. Although with Visionary, they could do something like a bite. You know, the what is it called? The Hunter, the 4 damage green punch spell. Hunter's Edge, exactly so. Bah, I hate being right. And look what we find. I mean, this is what I mean about like going first versus not. Ugh. Rough. I don't think it's the best common at 4 mana. Hard to call a 4 mana removal spell the best common. With like Feet of Resistance around. And Scorching Dragonfire around. I think the 2 mana ones are better. It's exactly a +1/+1 counter more. I mean, yeah, it clears attacks or stuff. I still just like cheaper removal better. You're not going to get me off that. When the cheap removal is so effective. I mean, Scorching Dragonfire and Feet of Resistance are so efficient for this format. They just do a lot. We could edge here, of course, but I don't like edge yet. We could go for a scanner or a training. I want to find a land. Or we can go Visionary. Maybe just play another Visionary, and then if we find a land, we can do the training as well. Let's start Visionary. We missed, but I still will offer the Charger. Clean, free attack. I mean, free offer is what I meant. We do have I suppose there's... I guess it could have been like Guile, but it's still a trade there. All right, 6 mana with this, but before I play land, let's plot out the turn a little bit, Ryan. 6 mana could be Setessan Training Hunter's Edge, but I kind of like... yeah, what do we want to... And also Tyrannodon. I mean, Limited Resources has Tyrannodon ahead of Visionary and maybe ahead of Hunter's Edge. I think that's what they were saying. Anyway, back to our planning here. 6 mana, how do we want to spend it? It's also shields down here, which is nice, but I think we just probably want to make a Sky Scanner and, like, train it. That's true. We can send Charger, and I'll do that. Let's send Charger and see if they want to give us the... it's so telegraphed, but if they give us the Titanic Growth play here, then we get a 4/4 Mauler. Edge we can't make a big Mauler off of Edge because the Edge is 4 mana, whereas 2 mana spells are cheaper and therefore have a big edge in that department. Yeah, that felt good. Now we get Pride Malkin. We can make that a 5/5. We can Hunter's Edge, and it'll become a 6/6. Like, we can really grow this kitty here. looks like we're going to need to. We can go training on Mauler, edge the Dreadmaw. How about that? We are living large here. They could have a Guile. Guile could stop us, but we're going to make him have it. No Guile, no pauses. Oppo staring at some damage now. Oh yeah, I could have done the mana better to play Chorister, sorry. I was all wrapped up in my big damage play. It was still pretty good, but it could have been even better. We could have had a Chorister out, especially because the Visionary didn't even attack. It's like, if we'd used the creature for something, that would have been more interesting. Another Charger. Now, what do we want to do? We can put a counter on a Visionary and send in, although they both still trade with the Ghost Lights right now. If we were to charge one of them, we could charge and Pride Malkin, and then that becomes a trampling 6 power. So if we have a trampling 6 power, it kind of has to be blocked, and then the other one gets chumped. Lot of options here. Lot of options. I kind of like getting in for damage that way now. I like Pride Malkin. Charger, and now uses up our only white mana. And then we can still send both. We trade Visionary for the Ghost Light. I mean, I guess they get a free block, but let's make them do it. Because they have to choose between where they trade here. Give them a chance to make a mistake. I think it's pretty clean that they need Ghost Light on the 5/3 and Vine on the Visionary, but make them do it right. They got them pretty low, but they got 7 mana and a bunch of cards. So yeah, they could make 2 creatures here. Sky Scanner starting to look decent as a way to finish this off. I didn't mean yours, Oppo. They did it though. Came up with a bunch of cards to play. We do have Chorister and Mauler here though. That's going to be pretty good. I say swing away, let them trade what they will, and then we'll dump hand again. I guess I should make sure we don't need all that mana. 4, 5, 6, 7. If we had 7 mana, we have 4, 5. Yeah, we still don't get extra spells. So, well, we do Scanner if what we want is Scanner and Mauler, which is probably correct, although Chorister, again, is a beast with this kind of mana available. So that's the thing. I don't necessarily think we're playing the Scanner this turn. I'm going to send in our team. And I do like Chorister, Mauler. That's quite a pair to add to this board. They still have a lot of mana, though. A lot of cards. 8 mana, 4 cards. See what they can come up with. We have 3 lethal threats, though. But having 2 creatures would not be unremarkable. Yeah, exactly. So this is it's not even remarkable that they are having a defense here. But They keep itching to crack that vine or something. That I don't understand. What are you doing, Oppo? Oh, I guess you're making something. Okay, that's why. Oppo understands better than I do. Still, looks like they need to block everything, and the Mauler starts eating. Let's go ahead and create a Sky Scanner here in case we get an easy win, a feat of resistance or something. If we held back the Visionary, we could 2-spell here. But yeah, we need the 5th mana to pump the Chorister. So let's actually just send in these 2. Yeah, I didn't really think through the Chorister and I got lucky. That's fine. Oppo doing a great job of holding at 2. Let's see if they can keep it going. That's okay, but Pride Malkin is a top deck to win it. We can just throw the counter on the scanner here. Unless they have a counter or something to bounce the scanner, we got it. But if we do have it, just again, really well played by Oppo to find every out they could. That was really well hung on. Kind of feel like that's been us all day. Like, playing reasonably, hanging on reasonably, making it to the end of very close games, and then it slips away a bit. Coming up for us, though. I think on that note, on a tightly played game by Oppo that we managed to slip away with a win with anyway, and me half hour past normal quitting time, I am going to wrap it up here. We'll call this a partial for now. Maybe we'll play this again tomorrow, so maybe I'll hold it as a YouTube video till we understand if we are doing that or not. So anyway, YouTube, either there's this part 2 or that was it. It should say in the title whether it was a partial draft or whether there's a part 2. So regardless, thank you for hanging out for this much of it, YouTube friends. Catch you next time. See ya.